is entitled "The Day Begin Offered to Completely Fund the Yeshivas." It was the late 70s, after many decades that Begin was in the opposition. He did so much to build the Medina, some controversial events that he was involved in, and the Irgun, as we all know. He was in the opposition, the 50s, the 60s, 70s. Finally, his day came. And 77, he's in the Knesset, the Prime Minister, and representatives from the Haredi parties come to him, talk to him about funding the yeshivas. And a surreal conversation took place where they asked if he could fund a certain percentage of the yeshivas, and he said no. And said, no, nothing. He said, no, you want me to fund just a percentage? I want to fund the whole thing. I want to fund the yeshivas. Begin is certainly the firmest prime minister that we ever had, never Machalel Shabbat, and certainly not publicly, nothing that we know about. Even when he had to go to Sadat's funeral, he walked. Security nightmare for the Egyptians to make sure that he and Sharon, the entourage, were safe, but that's what he did. So I'm not driving anywhere on Shabbat. So this is Begin. And he gives the offer to the representative. The representative is jumping for joy, runs right over to the Gedolim. They actually happened to be at a meeting in Telstone. My friend, and this is told over in several places. My friend, and his Seif on the Parsha talks about this as well. And everyone's so excited. Yeshiva could start learning and teaching and don't have to be busy raising money all the time. Rav Shach says no. So some say that the reason he said no is because now Begin's offering. Or about the next government, next one they're not going to offer. Well, we're going to be out of sync. We're going to lose our context of fundraise, and therefore it's not a rational move. But he said no, based on another reason. Another reason. He says the Chafetz Chaim had a similar offer in Europe, in London, for his yeshiva, and he said no. So when a wealthy Gevir wanted to fund the whole yeshiva, he said, no, the yeshiva is built upon shekel by shekel, rand by rand, dollar by dollar, pound by pound. Every person has a chelik in the yeshiva. And it's supposed to be that way. It's not only the yeshiva's, it's not only for the yeshiva's benefit that way, it's the individual. Each donor, he has to have a chelik. And just for the fact that it gets done by someone footing the bill, it's not enough. The klal has to be involved in this yeshiva, in this cause. And he says that's the pshat at the end of Pashat Vayakil. The Nesiim, when the Nesiim do not have a yud in their name, they said, we'll foot the bill. Whatever's needed for the Mishkan, we'll just foot the bill. And Rashi criticizes them for that. So the Chafetz Chaim, quoted by Rav Shach, says that what? They were looking at just a practical fundraiser. Let's just make sure we get the money. No. The Mishkan is something that every Jew needs to be involved in. And so too every worthy cause. The Jew has to be involved. He is not only the giver, he's the taker. The Jew benefits by being involved in the process of giving money to holy causes. Whether it's foundations or yeshivas or mikvahs or poor people, whatever it may be. So that is the pshat. That's the history regarding Begin, funding the yeshivas and Rav Shach. So there's a certain percentage that Begin started giving the yeshivas and giving even more than one to take. But in the end, they did not take the full offer because of this reason. At least is the way Rav Fran quotes the story. So Mitzvah Shem, we should always be on the giving side. We should always realize that giving is also taking. Shalom.